Can you talk a little bit about what interested you in the Chiefs, what you liked about this program, and why you signed here?
First of all, I just want to say thank you to the Chiefs organization for actually getting me in. And I had a lot of conversation about them when I signed with coming out of college. And they were in the mix of the teams that I was kind of choosing from at that time. And so I initially signed with Oakland, and being around and playing against Chiefs, got to see how Arrowhead Stadium is and how they rock. And I was like, man, one day, hopefully, I get the opportunity to play in front of those fans. They got bad love for their fans, and I'm excited to be here.
Antonio, you mentioned that you maybe had a longer offer, maybe a better offer with another team that you chose to keep for, I'm assuming, some of the reasons you just mentioned. But when it came time to make a decision, what ultimately led you to pick the Chiefs over, say, a team that maybe had offered you more money or more, maybe more years on the market?
It was just it was just a fresh start. I wanted to go into something different, and I wanted to get my family around like a real, not to say it's not family oriented, but like a real family environment and a safe area. Because me being in New Jersey and how I was out there as far as with the corona stuff finally hit, it wasn't good for my daughter because she's got like a lot of allergies and asthma and stuff like that. So it was really, it wasn't all about the money. It was about the right situation for my family, because I'm a family man, and I just want to put them in the best situation as a man and the head of the household.
Hey, Antonio, first of all, the Kansas City Star. Welcome to Kansas City. How has the COVID-19 pandemic affected how you train during the offseason, and what are you doing specifically to stay in shape?
Actually, it hasn't changed really a lot. I have a personal trainer that I train with, and then I have a weight facility at my home. So I'm still able to maintain and improve my physical conditioning as well as mental. And I'm still able to get everything done. I would probably say that it's probably affecting different areas a lot worse than where I'm at in Georgia, but I mean, it hasn't really changed anything for me.
As far as picking up the playbook, though, with the fact that OTAs are still in limbo, even maybe mandatory mini camp and maybe training camp potentially pushed back, what are some of the challenges of quickly picking up the defensive scheme, and how much has some of the players or the defensive back group been in your ear? Have they reached out to you, and are you doing anything like Skype or Zoom to stay in touch and learn the playbook?
Yeah, I talked to my old college teammate. He's actually like my little brother, Alex Brown. I talked to him about certain things that he's been putting me in the loop, and I also talked with the coaches and getting different perspectives. But when it all boils down, is football. Nothing about football has changed over the years, just terminology. So it's not about learning the full playbook, because the playbook is just words. The style of ball that I see that they play is a lot of bump and run like I do, and I think, you know what I'm saying, that once I get the terminology down, the playbook isn't something that's going to be an issue.
Hi, Jordan. Pete Sweeney with 610 Sports Radio. Congratulations on getting to the Chiefs. I just had a question about special teams and potentially speaking with Dave Tope. Have you had conversations with the special teams coordinator about what your role might potentially be in Kansas City?
I just had a conversation about him. We haven't really spoken on so much about as far as what my role will be, because it's just so early. And I know they're still doing their evaluations and getting the team and stuff together. So I know further down the road we'll have that conversation, and I'll be able to answer it.
I want to ask you about that Week 17 game, or last 16 game last year against the Eagles. You had an opportunity to play every snap. It's record set for the 100% for the first time all of your career. What did you take away from that game? You actually ended up having a penalty, but you were able to get 4 passes defense. What did you learn about yourself in that contest?
Not really what I learned about myself, but about what I was reminded of myself and who I am and the type of player that I am. When you give me an opportunity to actually go out there and play full, like no subbing and rotating guys, you just give me a chance to lock into the game. That's what I can do for you, no matter who the opponent is and what team or player it is. I can do that because that's the type of player that I am.
There was a play in that game where it looked like number 16, Burnett, was on a fly around. You stayed with him. You forced him inside. And you almost had the first pick of your career. You think about that play and then what goes through your mind when you watch it again?
Just, you got to catch it. Ball to your fingers no matter the conditions. You just got to make that play. And you make the play, we'll be having a different conversation. So, I mean, I'm going to get another opportunity. So, on the next one, I'll make sure I catch it.
Thanks.
Hey, Nate Taylor with The Athletic. I just wanted to follow up, getting more experience with the understanding of a new opportunity. Have you already sort of set what you would like to do if given more snaps, given more responsibility with the Chiefs? And just what have you learned about the NFL early enough in your career to know these are the things you want to necessarily either prove to yourself or show to the Chiefs that you had maybe gotten an opportunity previously in your career?
It's just like, of course, I want to be an all-out starter. I don't know what the role is that's bringing me in, but whatever the case may be, I'm going to make sure that I put my best foot forward. I'm not going to waste any time, or neither am I going to waste my time. And I'm just a hard-working guy, and I just want to show the world and the people and myself, because I'm not out to prove anybody wrong. I just like to show what I can do and just play ball and enjoy doing it.
You returned to Johnston 3 years in a row now. Why is it important to give back to that local community over there? And you intend to maybe do some things like that in Kansas City?
It's extremely important. Number one being that the fact that it's not many guys that make it out from where I'm from. It's only two people who's ever made it to the NFL out of that town ever in the history of that town, and that's myself and my oldest brother. And to give back to those kids and let them know that, no matter the situation or the circumstance that you're in, you can make it. You just have to lock in and focus and not use any of the things that you're going through in life as an excuse, because everybody has a struggle of some sort of way in every aspect of life. So, like, as long as you work hard and give God all the credit and continue to just grind and be a good person, good things will come to you. And whatever you want and ask God for, He'll give it to you.
Jordan, last thing for me, what can you tell us about Mike Remmers?
Mike Remmers, oh, man, he's a hard worker. He's a great offensive lineman. He's a real humble guy, family guy. He just had another kid, and I would say congratulations to him for that. And, man, I'm just excited that I got somebody that's coming in with me, too, as well, that I know, it's not all just a fresh new start, But he's a great guy and a great hard worker and a hard-nosed football player.
Guys, we got time for a couple more.
Antonio, how much are you looking forward to just facing Patrick Mahomes in practice every day, and how can that make you better?
I'm looking, like, when you have a top-tier quarterback like that, like, you want to go against those type of guys because it's only going to make you better. Like, the type of throws that he's able to make, how he's able to look certain defenders off and fit balls in where they're not supposed to be made. And, like, you only want to go against those guys because it's only going to elevate your game. So just having that opportunity alone is a blessing within itself. And I look forward to doing it.
And Tony, what do you know about Tyrann Mathieu and what it's like to play alongside him?
Oh, man, the Honey Badger. Everybody know about the Honey Badger. He's just a dog. Like, he got a knack for the ball. He's an extremely hard-working guy. And I've watched a lot of his highlights and stuff throughout my college career because he was a punt returner and a kick. And he did corner and nickel and safety, and I did the same thing in college. So I would kind of look at him and see how he was doing certain things. And he's just a very instinctive player, and I think that's what I am too. He's extremely athletic. And so, like, I think, like, he's just an all-around, like, God, like, he's a stud.
Hey, one question follow up on your previous statement about, I guess, being a member of the Raiders and coming to Arrowhead. In your career so far, does Arrowhead stick out as one of the more unique environments? And how much of a role does that play when you know that when you join in a team, the fan base and that atmosphere is not what it's normally accustomed to on most Sundays?
Can you say that one more time? Sorry.
No, it's okay. Just in your career, how much of Arrowhead is similar elsewhere in the league, and how much of that was something that you've always remembered and sort of was part of the decision to come to Kansas City?
The fan base and like the noise of the crowd. I mean, like, I know y'all been there for a while, but like if you haven't, and just being around that stadium when the fans start cheering again after they say the home of the, and they say the Chiefs, and they just like your ears are about to pop on the sideline. So I had never experienced that before until I actually was going to Arrowhead Stadium, and so I was like, dang, that's crazy. It's got to be even crazier to be on that team and hear them cheering like that for you. So I was like, man, it'll be, you know what I'm saying, a great opportunity to play in front of those guys. And so I'm excited for it.